What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be watching a video of the Esports Arena $25,000 Grand Finals between Sentinels and OPTiC. The original casting is still in there, I believe, but I'm kind of going to cast over it a little bit, give my thoughts and my opinions and analysis, and also talk about some things that I expect to see at HCS Raleigh here in the coming days. And this is another thing is, this was at like fucking 4 a.m. or some shit. Like, this was so early in the morning, it was crazy. And I think that OPTiC struggles in the long run as far as like when tournaments go over. It's so frustrating that these tournaments have gone over because of, you know, whatever reasons, or they need to start earlier. They need to start earlier or something along those lines, because it's super difficult to play. I mean, given these are slogs of tournaments, but still, it's definitely frustrating.
The overshield coming up soon. He has the grapple to put it right on. Once again, using the full extent of the sandbox to his
Snakebite, great play there. Gets directly onto the flag, and now they're gonna have to slay, then slay again. God, Snakebite's so good, dude. Gets him from tree. Trippy, you gotta get rid of that fucking that little dongle. I don't know what they call those, keychains or whatever. Yeah, Trippy's got to get rid of that shit on his AR, bro. Right? APG trying to play. He's just trying to wait. They need to really like push here is what I think. I think they really need to move up. It's 4v4. Lock down a side of the map and then let's push through. It's just hard on Bazaar in specific because of how the spawn logic is. You basically have to slay, then slay, then slay again. Ooh. Snakebite shoots the wall. That's baller. One thing I've noticed about pros, like in particular in any Halo game, but then especially in this one, is they really play off of the weapons. Regardless of whatever it is, they play off the weapons, and you see Snakebite there, they play off the grenades. If you want to up your game in Halo Infinite, you want to get better, play off the weapons. Something as little as a plasma pistol can literally change the whole game. You can get a plasma pistol, charge it up, break a guy's shields, shoot him, switch off, shoot him one time in the head, just YY him, and it can literally change the course of a game. It gives you like a free kill. It can help you win a 2v1 in a lot of cases. Same thing with the Mangler, especially if they get in close range. Like, nobody can push him on rockets here. They could nade him. They could nade him off, but there's not much that they can do to get him out of there, because if they push him, he's just gonna one shot and then punch them. Two of them under here. Double kill for Snakebite. That's one of the things that's like, bro, it's 4 a.m. type shit. I don't know when this was played. It might have been like 2 in the morning, but that's like, they're both looking the wrong way. Snakebite just comes in behind them, and they're just slow to react. Here we go again. Another double. Another double for Snakebite. But see how he uses all the equipment so well. I mean, just stay on Snakebite, dude. Like, might as well. I mean, he almost won that shit. Gets the 2. Sentinels is 3 down, so they need to get in and set up, but they only have 2 people alive, so they basically have to. It's so hard, man. This map is just so hard, especially in pro play, when you have to get in there, slay. Like, you have to slay out so many times in order to get it. To get a pull, you know, they basically have to be 4 dead, then you have to 4 dead them again. You can get a little cheeky, but and kind of make a pull and just drop it and then try to slay, but they're just playing the overshield so well here. They're just winning every single objective that they need to win. These are both obviously like the best teams out right now. You know, as many times as they've played See here, there were 3 dead, and they're gonna spawn out. It's a fast run, and they get killed from behind there, I believe. Oh no, he got killed from the front. It's just so difficult, man. This is a difficult ass map. Good return.
Wonderful job staying alive and getting that reset.
What a play by APG, coming out of nowhere, getting the back smack on that.
They're 3 dead now. Well, 2 dead now, and they're just gonna have to make a play here. OPTiC I feel like OPTiC needs to slow it down a little bit on these and just wait, which is exactly what Ola's doing right now. Just showing the patience. Kill the shotguns. Okay, good. Now let's get the shotgun. Trippy died up in Cubby. Well, I don't know what they call it. Me and my friends call it Cubby. Dude, isn't Ola the GOAT? I know he's not like the best player or whatever, but I just love Ola, man. Just such a personality. See, and they're just see how many times they've had to slay out. He's been on their side of the map that entire time. He's been on their side of the map that entire time. And literally killed 3 people off that. And if you look at the scores here, so Lethal is 6-12 or 5-12, or 6-12 right now. Frosty's 15-13. Royal 2 is going even with 11-11, but Snakebite is 16-7. And on, oh, he was just saying the exact same thing. Over on OPTiC's side, they 13-14, 8-13, 12-13, 13-8. They just don't have the slaying presence. Snakebite's always alive. He's always going to be wherever he needs to be on his side of the map or on your side of the map, and you're going to have to deal with that. That was a great pull, good run, got it across the map fast as they possibly could, but now they're going to be inside their base. Lucid has to win this fight.
Lucid takes on the kill. Trippy finds one of his own, and it looks like they've done a great job to flush out the rest of their base. Frosty and Lethal being taken down. That only one player alive back here isn't enough to stop this flag. Wait!
Oh my god, dude. He's teabagging him. What the fuck? I don't think he was teabagging. I think he was strong siding. So what the strong... It's crazy, dude. Like, that's one of the ones that you have to win. You got 2 minutes left. You have to win that. I don't know exactly where they were. See, like, they're all alive. Like, they're all alive, man. They've got to... You got to get back, bro. You got to get back. You can't... I think they just assumed that there was nobody in their base. Either that or they spawned out. I couldn't really see. Their casters need to bounce around a little bit more so we can kind of see what all's going on. If that ties right there, we're talking about, you know, a completely different situation.
Now trying to apply his own damage. APG will find him around the corner. Royal 2 is trying to do more for his team. Already has the reset with only 2 minutes left, though. They can really start to maybe focus on.
See, and now 2 minutes left, you're just having to struggle. You're just on the struggle bus now. And they just all Sentinels have to do now is just keep mid control. And they're chilling. Keep mid control and keep your trades. Make sure you're trading out. And they're chilling. Anybody got beamed, gets back smacked. This is a good play by Trippy. Trippy trying to make a come. Trippy struggling in this game. I don't know if it's just like the pacing of Sentinels that Trippy struggles with, or I don't know what it is, but it seems like Trippy especially struggles in these games. And it's not like he doesn't have like a good shot. I mean, Trippy's a beast. It's just, it seems like he struggles specifically against Sentinels. Or maybe, once again, it's just because he's tired. Frosty's insane. Frosty tries to go for a ninja, bro. Come on, Frosty.
Every single kill for Sentinels is another step.
30 seconds. They gotta move. Like that's a triple kill. We have to pull right now. Let's go, OPTiC.
We could potentially see OPTiC Gaming need their in the base of Sentinels.
They gotta slay them out one round. Just one round of slays and then pull.
This flag's gonna be out and away. The question is, can they get the slays on the way back? Bazaar is a map where you have to slay 3 or 4 times to get a flag out and fully away.
Caster's saying you have to slay 3 or 4 times. It's true, man. Bazaar is a fucking hard ass map to win capture the flag on. If you are lacking in slays, you're fucked. And Frosty's 23-21 right now. Snakebite is 19-15. Like, Lucid's popping off. Lucid's 23-20. APG 20-18. Ola 17-14. Trippy 11-20. Trippy gets a little bit better that game. A few more kills, and they're literally chilling, and they at least tie it. But that was a huge play earlier where they, basically killed him.
Game 1, Sentinels get the job done once again.
And of course, this is after the reset. So I believe this is after the reset.
To the best of their ability. Watch out for the sidekick this time.
So they've already played 5 games. They've played all day basically. And now it's like 4 a.m. They've already played a grand finals against each other where I believe Sentinels was in the losers, and then they brought it all the way back and reset it. That's the thing, is like the caster sitting here saying,
Gonna get the trade out as 2.
saying, OPTiC needs to put pressure on Sentinels here. It's fucking hard when the map starts and Frosty already has 3 kills.
Go down
It's hard to
for Sentinels.
do something like that. I mean, you got to think it's
Lucid doing his best to stay alive.
just
He's
all,
as forward as he possibly can.
especially on
Able to get the kill on Lethal.
Slayer, it's just all
Get
gunny.
that one on done. And the double
Lucid's
kill
insane
from
as well.
Lucid just all over the map.
I think there's an argument to be had right now, and we'll see at HCS Raleigh. I think there's an argument to be had that in my mind, that the best player in the world at this moment is either Lucid or Frosty. I think that is a valid argument that could be had for sure. That one or the other is the best player.
You can tell he's ready for the next box.
His life as well.
And I mean, now you got Royal 2
Just neck and neck as it's 11
on 3
10 seconds
kills.
left for the next game out of
Snakebite on 4 kills. So basically you have over on the OPTiC side, and no hate to APG Ola or Trippy, and obviously Lucid could just be getting trades right here, but Lucid's got 5, everyone else is 2 or under, you know what I mean? And over on their side it's 4-3-3 and then 1, so you can kind of see the pacing that's happening even this early in the game. It's only a minute or 2 in, and you can physically see the pace of Sentinels be so high against Envy or OPTiC. It's just so high. Like, the pacing of Sentinels in a Slayer situation, they're saying that it's their weakest link, but I don't think so. At least the casters said. I would like to think that OPTiC Slayer versus Sentinels Slayer, I just feel like Sentinels just overall as a unit have better gunny than OPTiC. But that's just my opinion. I think Lucid has super good gunny. I think Trippy has super good gunny. And I think APG has good gunny, decent gunny, and I think Ola has decent gunny. But I think APG and Ola, the reason why OPTiC is so balanced of a team is you have these 2 players that are like super slayers, and then you have these 2 players that are like OBJ, like masterminds. When I think of APG, I think of somebody who's like kind of really smart, plays really smart. When I think of Ola, I think of somebody who plays really smart, hugs walls, plays for his life, does those types of things. When I think about Sentinels, when I think about Lethal, Frosty, Royal 2, Snakebite, I think about Slayers. Those are all Slayers. They're all smart. They all do OBJ as well, but I just think of all Slayers. I'm very interested to see what happens in an actual competitive situation. We've seen scrims, but I want to see what actually happens when Royal 2 is replaced by Formal in an actual competitive situation. See, and you'd like to think, like I said earlier, I said Lucy could just be getting trades. You'd like to think that.
Creates an opening. Oh,
You'd like to think that he's 7-3, and all he did was steal 5 of APG's kills and 3 of Ola's and 1 of Trippy's. But when he gets into the 1v1s, he wins.
A trade from APG is not what you wanted to see in that case when they have that 4-2 advantage, but everything seems like it's starting to start.
One more boost to try to get out of this situation.
This is what you wanted to see.
Oh, dude, Lucid's so good. Good nades, good team nades there. APG from downtown Disney, let's get it. I mean, it's just like the pace. It's like right there, OPTiC picked up the pace a whole lot, but it takes way more than that to win. You have to keep that pace the whole time. You have to keep that top mid control the whole time. Like, them being in Jin here is just, it's tough, because like I know they're spawning and stuff, but being in Jin and top yellow is tough because Sentinels is just going to take control of the top of the map.
He was expecting a player to be ready for him. Unfortunately, he was, and that's gonna stop that push in its tracks.
They're playing good here. Got a 4-point lead.
So far out throughout this game too. 11 and 5. Double positive right now. The difference in the score as well as he continues to apply pressure. Ola hunting this player with
E-wave
down by the middle. Can he figure out
that's
a way to
tough.
get that kill? Unfortunately, he knows that if he overextends front that base, he is dead. And as well, Snakebite finds the opening.
He didn't have to trade that. I guess he was already in the jump up, but it is what it is. That team shot is lethal, dude. He just got fucking beamed. You can't go anywhere around Sentinels, bro. Run! Run!
It's so hard to get a lead.
Yeah, but who's maintaining their pace is Lucid. 14 and 6 now, leading the lobby with almost double the kills of the next player in that lobby. Lucid absolutely creating the opening that OPTiC Gaming need. They have to find some.
Now, I do wish that I could see the ping for this match to see if Royal was still geo-filtering at this point. I'm sure that it's available somewhere online, but I don't think he was.
Only 3 separating them for now. Royal 2 and Frosty working together to get the job done. The Dynamo Grenade will stop Frosty for the time being.
Because that's the problem with online tournaments, right? Is like Royal 2, if he's not geo-filtering right now, which obviously you shouldn't be geo-filtering, that's cheating. But he's probably on like 200 ping. I don't know why Sentinels didn't, not 200. He might be on like 60 to 80, but it's just like, I figured Sentinels, the organization, would be like, hey man, you need to move. Like, come live where we are living. Like, I need you all in the same state, so when we do these online tournaments, we're good to go. God, man, that's just it's just like I can only imagine having to be in a gunfight with these guys, because it's just such a team. It's such a team effort, but every single person here can basically win against each other in a gunfight at any time. It's the matter of the team shots that come in and the team help that comes in that makes these teams amazing.
From Sentinels, but they don't expect Trippy to be there. He's gonna have that heat wave and probably gonna be able to find a kill here shortly. But it's literally
double punch.
Kill and then dying, and then another player making that slip up.
The playoff of generators that I'm noticing off of pro teams is really crazy too. It seems like a lot of them like to play, not teams, but just players like to play in and around generator. Just as they play through the map.
They're gonna start pushing through, and once again, that Dynamo didn't do a lot of damage, but what it did do is it gave info.
Killed by Lucid there.
It's so easy to tell visually and through audio.
43-42. I mean, it's just coming. All the trades are coming out. And they're coming out fast, and Sentinels is just coming on top. They went from a 5-point lead to a 4-point lead to a 3-point lead. Now they only have a 1-point lead. It's just tough.
You see Sentinels not knowing how many OPTiC Gaming members are going to be over here towards the Dynamo Grenades. One player does actually push all the way out to the
Ooh,
Trippy.
Trippy.
No shield. The entry comes through, and it's Frosty that finds the entry. Camo coming up very shortly. 10 seconds, I believe, for it.
Camo. They got whichever team gets camo, I feel like wins, because they can get good kills here. Royal 2 and Snakebite going to just collapse on that player. That's a good pinch. You know they worked that pinch together. That's like the comms aspect of Sentinels that's so good too, is you know that they worked that pinch. Whether they did it through comms or whether they just did it naturally, they still worked a pinch there.
Backsmack Snakebite, but Royal 2 quickly picks it up, and that 3-kill lead that we saw from OPTiC Gaming, well, guess what? It's all gone.
46-45.
Able to find the kill on Lethal. Frosty playing a dangerous.
Now, I did not watch this live, obviously, because it was 4 in the morning. So I'm a little quiet now, every now and then. It's just because I'm literally watching it. Because I did not get a chance to watch this. 47-47.
You see Lethal no shield right now, using Frosty as his bodyguard. Frosty finds a kill.
48-48.
Frosty goes down from Trippy. 2 members pushing top green. Lethal's
sketchy.
You see all the dots near Lethal. He loses his life. 49-48. And
now Sentinels takes the lead for first time in the game.
With no room for error. 48-49. OPTiC Gaming have the opportunity now to get all the space they
Frosty.
want. Sentinels cannot make one mistake to stay in this game.
Frosty, he just exposed himself too much. But there was nothing
OPTiC takes it 1-1. Straight into map 3. Game type is this? Strongholds? Strongholds on a map that a lot of the maps too favor mid control and like mid to long range BR fights. And I think that that's something that Sentinels really has shown over the HCS qualifier event as well as this event, just from what I've seen so far, that they excel at. They're very good at. They don't have to be scared to play around the sides of the map. They can just play mid control if they want to, because they win those mid to long range gunfights, which is something that is super important how these maps are designed. I mean, you think about Bazaar. It's mid to long range gunfights with BRs to start off, basically. And of course you have like the cubbies you can jump up in, and the shotgun room and the rockets that are kind of more of a close range fight, as well as the pillars and stuff like that. But on Aquarius, it's a lot of mid to long range gunfights. On Recharge, it's a lot of mid to long range gunfights. And that's something that Sentinels have shown time and time again in these last 2 tournaments, that they can control. And I think these maps play a lot to their strengths, whereas OPTiC, kind of plays a little bit more. I feel like Sentinels is mid to long, OPTiC is mid to short. Just based off of like how their players play. Ola hugs walls and kind of creeps around and slides through, and he's shooting people. APG does the same thing, and then you have Trippy and Lucid that kind of fly around the map and do their own thing. So it's very interesting to see the dynamic between the 2 teams. And it's so crazy that this game's only been out like 3 weeks, a month maybe, and players already have the wherewithal. At least pro players. The motherfuckers in my ranked game don't. In my solo duo games don't. Have the wherewithal to literally already call out these spawns. Like, to me, that's crazy. To me, it's crazy that this guy's looking Batledge. Maybe he got a call. Lucid's looking Batledge. Maybe he got a call. Hey, they're coming. Somebody's going in pipes or whatever. I saw from Reactor or something. But, I mean, just to be setting here and just, like, start aiming at Batledge off rip is crazy.
APG is able to stay alive in the back of that stronghold. We can see Lucid using the ping system to call out.
I also love that this game went back to more of a traditional Call of Duty thing, or traditional Halo mechanics. How it feels. Like the BR battles feel exactly like Halo 3. I think they did that on purpose. Obviously, the fact that strong sighting is in the game, which is where when you see a player look down at the ground, they're looking down, so they can't be hit in the head. They can only be hit in the body. So it's a way to survive slightly longer and not be able to get headshot.
Player over at top red as he's looking for his next opportunity.
Okay.
I think he got it.
On land, that's a kill.
With that and it must have gotten a red bar, as that kill did not come into his favor. Frosty tries to use that shot.
That on land, that's a kill. They trade there.
With that sword, gonna be able to find his first kill.
Yeah, nice little angle from Trippy to be able to watch both things at once, and because of it, he gets that easy kill, spots that player, and now You see OPTiC Gaming in control of A and C. Trippy in a very powerful position with this sword as well, able to deny.
And then Trippy just chilling top BR, and he has swords, so it's like anybody comes and chows BR. That's a nade and a half.
Scoring points of their own.
The sword can be
Wonder if he saw him there.
devastating on the map if used in the correct position. A B put
And I know people who like kind of don't analyze games and things like that would sit here and go, oh, well, why doesn't Trippy push into A, you know, to try to stop that since he has energy sword? It's because if he goes A connector here, or whether he goes lower A or upper A connector, he's just going to get beamed by their whole team. When I was speaking about mid to long range gunfights earlier, that's what Sentinels excels in, and they're currently looking at the middle of the map is a death sentence. And I feel like maybe a lot of inactivity is what has caused... What a fucking dash, bro. I want to get that dash.
If you're Sentinels, you have to find a way to shut down Trippy. He's only got 6%, so one more swing, one more kill of this sword until it's over. But he's done the damage with it, right? He's been able to control right now, and that's given his team so much space, so much opportunity. Sentinels need to figure out a way to take him down, and there it is. The kill comes through. 2 go down for OPTiC Gaming, and now Sentinels look to
setting in secret is a good play for Ola there.
In this game, now down 25 points.
Ola repulses himself up to top glass, where he's gonna...
But see, that's what I mean about their mid control. Like, he has to go top glass here, and they're just all they're everywhere. There's nowhere that you can go here that's safe. You're gonna get pushed. Is that a zip? Did he zip line in?
Actually, was that a team stick from APG? I'm losing my mind. I'm not sure what happened over there, but
I feel like inactivity might be one of the issues that OPTiC has to deal with here. That it seems like they're not trusting their gunny as much as they should. You know, these are the top 2 teams. Everybody here can win fights. It's just a matter of, you know, getting the right fights. It seems like they're playing very deflated here, at least from what I can tell just by watching. But once again, it's like 3 a.m., 2, 3, 4 a.m. right now. And see, now it looks like OPTiC's taking a little bit more control of that mid area with the top glass, but
going to be in a one-on-one for B. Unfortunately, not able to get that kill in time for B to be transferred, but Lethal already back in the stronghold, able to transfer that over. Eventually, a trip cap in effect right now for Sentinels.
Trip cap, they just need to run C here. Just because they're going to spawn in C, they just need to run in and just lay out one time, and they can literally come right back into this game. Lethal, just such a great game IQ there to push the lower stairs.
They push out, they get A control, but damage has been done. Their lead is now dwindled.
That trip cap was absolutely devastating.
I feel like OPTiC there just needed to play for the stuff that they owned and try to win off those trades. I feel like they overextended themselves a little too much, trying to play aggressively.
2 kills of his own. Trippy dominated the first half with this sword. Now Frosty looking to do some damage of his own. We see the back pipe spawn coming in for OPTiC Gaming.
And back pipe spawn is hell on this map. I mean, you're gonna struggle if you're spawning back pipes.
I am so... What is going on in that hill?
Frosty, I believe, just got another double.
That motherfucker came in hot, dude. Look at that motherfucker came in hot, boy. He came in so hot. Watch this shit. He said, like, what a play, bro. Use the hook shot to just fucking yeet yourself in.
Frosty played that so patiently, so perfectly, baiting his teammates the way that successful baiting is done. That's professional baiting, not the kind that I see in matchmaking when I have the power weapons. But a great job by Frosty nonetheless, and Sentinels now in the lead by over 50 points.
Hey, I'm just gonna say,
stop shooting the grenades there. It's just like game IQ, man. Like these guys' game IQ is insane, especially Frosty's on a frenzy, bro. And also denying the enemy equipment by shooting the grenades out.
The long haul spawns coming in. They have to make a push through. They have to find a kill. But this trip cap is just racking.
What a trip cap hold, man. I mean, come on.
About 10 seconds away from taking this game, and Frosty's making it happen. Talk about utter domination. Trip caps are the wave. This is all but over. What a game from Sentinels.
Oh my God, what a statement from Sentinels on the back
Son.
of the frenzy. But he understood that he was going to be way too late to A.
That's tough. That's tough, dude. You get fucking trip capped and you were down, like, or you were winning, and then you just get trip capped and held for ever.
I'll shut up. We're in
It's just all the mid to late game getting. Now this is a map. This is a map. Speaking of what I spoke about in the last game, this is a map that I feel like OPTiC should be good at, because you can move through short, you can move through tons, you can move through the little area behind green, and you can get in closer range engagements. You know, if you're trying to fight Sentinels at mid to long, you're gonna struggle, and there are mid to long sight lines here, obviously. And you can see on this, Lucid already got a sniper rifle kill. But it's like this map, I feel like, is OPTiC's map. I feel like OPTiC should win this map regardless of the mode. They should always win this map over Sentinels. If you have a shot to do it, I think live fire is the map that you can do it. And they really missed a good opportunity for Sentinels to be red and OPTiC to be blue, but whatever, we'll let it ride.
Frosty already with 5 to his name, make it a 6 with a killing spree. The snipe, it's out of ammo. You know Frosty was doing work if that's the case. Roll 2 finds one of his own. The ball carrier goes down again. APG able to deny some of the time going in, but kills continue.
God, Frosty's so good, man. I think the thing that separates Frosty and Lucid from everyone else in the game right now is just their movement. I mean, he lives for so long there, and you have to know that pro comms are so clear and concise. He was called out a long-ass time ago and survives for that long. That's crazy. I love this little jump up. I use this all the time on B. Good reset.
He basically milks for as long as possible and is able to play that ball off.
And it's 43-1 right now.
The reset as one player pushes forward.
Immediately going to run it towards tower. Once again, movement there. I mean, you're getting shot the whole time, and Frosty's just living, dude. It's just the way that he lives is crazy.
But what a play from Sentinels thus far. They're playing oddball the way that needs to be done, and they're starting to rack up a lead.
Yeah, they do go down.
Shit's crazy, bro. I think it's just so crazy how good a movement Frosty and Lucid have. Their movement is so insane.
Frosty trying to figure out the way. Where did these OPTiC gaming players spawn? One player is
not that everyone else in this game's is terrible. It's just that they're on a additional level to everyone else.
The primary focus of Frosty's attention, and because of it, he's going to take down that carrier, then turn his direction and his focus on the nest. Gets that kill as well. And
what a
Frosty
beam.
Is feeling himself right now. 11
and they drop him the sniper. No shot, dude. The thing also that I love about Frosty is the dude plays this is grand final. He's playing for $25,000 right now. $25,000. And he does this.
Feeling himself right now. 11-3 already.
25K.
Oh my God, what is he?
That's a different level of confidence.
Okay. Oh man, you gotta love it. That looked like someone was trying to make some footage for the Halo Infinite trailer.
Sorry,
Oh my God, what is he doing? Okay.
This shit's crazy. 25K. Like, come on, my guy.
Like someone was trying to make some footage for the Halo Infinite trailer or something right there. Hand and sight, throwing the sniper rifle over to Frosty.
What a
to see it. That's one
flick.
addition. The Halo Infinite that I have absolutely loved is the ability just to drop weapons for your teammates. You don't have to wait for another weapon to pick up anymore. Unfortunately, the sniper not going to be putting much work in for Frosty, as Lucid's been able to find
Comes Lucid
and get that sniper back in their hands. Although, while all that was happening, they lost another 30 seconds of ball time. Only 25 more seconds for Sentinels to take round 1.
That's what I'm saying. The entire time Frosty's being a nuisance, staying alive, he might not be getting kills right in that situation, but the ball time was racking up in their favor. 46
You
points
can't
now
miss that.
separating
I mean, if nothing else, he used up the sniper rifle, which isn't worth the cost of your life, but he has to shoot. You know, he has to get rid of that stuff. And I think that this game is just a game of attrition at this point. I mean, it's 4 a.m. You've been playing all fucking day. I don't know when the tournament started, but they've been playing all fucking day. And I think OPTiC doesn't play as well under those conditions, under those parameters. They don't play as well at 3 in the morning as they do, you know, when they're fresh, when, you know, when it's much earlier in the game.
But somehow that camo player stays alive, dips dog.
To get this one away without OPTiC seeing him. He's gonna try. Ooh, I like this. This rotation's risky. He's depending on Lethal to find the kill. Lethal repulses that player out.
Good trust. There's a lot of trust in your teammate and good help. This is a hard jump to do.
No, he cannot. The ghost jump not gonna quite work for him this time around. If he was able to get that rotation, it would have.
It's kind of being toxic.
6 months from now, you're not gonna see a pro miss that jump. It's a bit hard to hit now, but just give it time as round 1 looks to be going in favor.
I tried to learn to make that jump. That's a hard jump to make, so I can understand why.
To prevent that from happening, gets the double
kill, but
can't survive the chase nade from Frosty.
Unfortunately, APG's death might be
What a
the
nade.
last of this round. His team does actually secure the ball for now, but it's going to be perfect table that's required, a perfect setup from OPTiC Gaming, because one set
Yeah, they can't be broken at this point. I mean, you got to play it like crazy.
cannot be played.
They secured the weapons though, which is huge, but they have to win this. They have to win this field fight.
Frosty is not what you want to see from the green wall side, and because
You had to win that field fight. They went under for the weapon, for the heat wave, but you have to set up that field. Like, you know they're coming field. You have to set up that field, man.
They're trying to quickly rotate this ball away
And get chased down, because they just ended up turning over the heat wave to the enemy anyway, and losing and dying in the process.
Replay, but Lethal's going to be able to find one. He's trying his best to stay away. He's not going to be able to survive, but the bank shot comes in with only 2 seconds left. Frosty will.
So if you go back and you watch that again, instead of sending 2 into tunnels, they should have just sent the Mauler player into tunnels, try to secure the heat wave while everyone else set up that field side, or at least have them setting up that mid side, because then they basically got surprised and lost the game off of that transaction. Not saying that they could have held that indefinitely over there, but once again, it's just a difference of Gunny. You know, it's 17-7, 11-8, 7-9. Snakebite dropping a bit of a Mallard, but he has tons of OBJ time here. Lethal 8-12, and then you have, you know, Lucid with the 11-9 over on OPTiC side. 5-13 by Trippy, 6-10 by Ola, 14-11 by APG. It's just there's more Gunny on the side of Frosty, or on the side of Sentinels, and a lot of people may say, well, you know, it's not too big of a difference, you know, 14-17, but the deaths on this side are one of the main issues. You got 13, 11, and 10, and then you have 12, 7, 8, 9. Each death is a 10-second holdover. You know, you're basically removed from the game for 10 seconds. It's not like Call of Duty or other games where you respawn instantly. You know, you're held out of the game for 10 seconds. That's a long time to not be down. So the 4 extra kills that Frosty got is 40 seconds that the enemy's not on the map, that they literally cannot play against you. So, I mean, it just kind of is what it is when it comes to these deaths. OPTiC has to get more kills. They just have to get more kills if they want to beat Sentinels. And I think that's something that we're going to have to see in HCS in Raleigh here at the LAN. Is OPTiC is going to have to play aggressive against Sentinels. I think, personally, Grand Finals at the Halo Championship Series in Raleigh is going to be, for sure, without a doubt, OPTiC versus Sentinels. I don't think that, as good as some of the EU teams has looked and as good as some other teams are looking, I don't think, in all honesty, that it's not going to be Sentinels and OPTiC. If it's not Sentinels and OPTiC, it'll be Sentinels and Cloud9, in my honest opinion. It just depends on how the bracket goes. And I know Sentinels lost their first seed. I haven't read up on that yet. I'm going to talk about that in a separate video. As far as the punishment that was doled out to them for the cheating controversy. I made a video about that that released probably yesterday. If you want to watch that video for my opinion on Sentinels and Royals ban and everything like that, you can go check that out. This is so much patience for Royal 2, bro. Look at this patience. Broke his shields too. And they just converge. Autobots roll out. Just fucking converge on his ass.
I'm trying to match, and that's what makes these two such a lethal combination of Slayers. Royal 2 and Frost.
Everybody keeps trying to make that jump, dude.
When they get the power weapons in their hands, they automatically.
The caster said it earlier, but in 6 months, everybody's gonna make that jump perfectly.
They hit the shots, and right now, everything you would assume as a Sentinels fan.
Snakebite just playing amazing OBJ this game as well.
If Sentinels can get this done, I believe that this, in my opinion, would change it to being the undisputed best team, being Sentinels. Just absolutely.
I don't think so. You know, the caster's sitting here saying the undisputed best team Sentinels and stuff like that. So, and I apologize that I don't know the casters' names. Once again, I was unable to watch this event live. But it is okay to assume that Sentinels are the best team because they won the HCS qualifier and stuff. But once again, they won the HCS qualifier at like 2-3 a.m. That doesn't, to me, it doesn't indicate that they're the best team out. To me, it indicates that they're the most gritty team out. I think they're a very gritty team. I think that they are in the top 3 as far as the best teams. But you can't determine or argue when you're talking about LAN versus internet tournaments. This is an internet tournament. It is completely different. Coming from somebody who's played Halo at LANs before, it is completely different to play Halo with 0 ping. You cannot. I know that this is a new age of gaming and stuff, and I know I'm an old school guy. I'm 28, and I grew up playing Halo, but you can't say these tournaments are just for entertainment purposes only. You cannot say what team is the best until you have a LAN. You know, and I'm not trying to disagree with this caster. Once again, they're one of the top 3 teams, but you cannot say, oh, this is the best team, this is the best team, this is the best team. That's why I'm holding judgment on all of the teams and rosters until the LAN, because you can't, there's no reason to argue for which team is the best. I mean, we're seeing this, but there's going to be teams coming out of the woodwork that we're going to see at this LAN that are going to perform a lot better than what they have in these internet tournaments. And I mark my words, I guarantee you'll see a lot of the teams up a lot higher in the standings than you would normally, just because certain players just play better on LAN. Now, does Sentinels play better on LAN? That's something that I'm super interested to see. We know Formal plays good on LAN. We don't know how Formal plays on Halo LAN, but we know Formal plays good on LAN. So that's someone for sure that we're having in on the Sentinels roster, replacing Royal 2, that's going to be playing at a high level on LAN. And you can put all the spotlights on him and Formal's not going to break. So it's just like, you know, and we know that Frosty, Lethal, Snakebite, all these guys are. Same thing over on the OPTiC side. So everybody here who's in this, it has LAN performance and is really good at LANs. It's just, you know, you look like the FaZe roster, you have like Snipe Down, who has that. I can't remember their whole roster off the top of my head, but, you know, Snipe Down has he can handle the pressure. But I know they have one player that's never played at a LAN before. So we're going to see if he can adjust his brain to play, you know, on LAN. When you play on LAN, the game itself feels different than other stuff. And whenever Halo Infinite does get split screen and stuff like that, play games with your friends on split screen and you'll see what I mean. It just feels completely different. aim assist feels different. Everything feels different. I don't know specifically for Halo Infinite, but I know for other games, the game feels a lot different. It feels a lot faster than when you play it at home on your home machine on the internet against people over the internet.
And this was that one close, as he's looking for another lethal, going to be able to take that first fight.
I kind of wish they would have kept the snipers the same way they were in Halo 5 with the really strong bullet magnetism. It was just so entertaining to watch snipers in Halo 5. As much as I hated Halo 5 as a game, and I never really played it, I just watched it, the snipers in it were really cool.
All so close to the heads of OPTiC Gaming. Lucky for OPTiC fans right now, Frosty not able to connect on any of the no-scopes so far, but with Frosty pushing into the big door right now, he's going to look. He's going to snipe the ball guy, lands the body shot, the double kill comes through, and the highlight reel.
Frosty's too sick, dude.
What we showcase as the last
Frosty's way too sick, bro.
moments of OPTiC Gaming.
That's disgusting.
8 seconds for camouflage right now, and it looks like it's all
Oh my god. See, once again, if that's on land, that's maybe not a kill. And he's not jumping to go sandbags here. So that's, you know, that's maybe not a kill on land. It maybe is a kill on land for Frosty's side. Maybe he just headshots the guy. But, you know, that's maybe not a kill on land, and now he's having to chase that guy into tunnels, and it just completely changes the vibe of the game. Like, think of how different this game is going to go if Frosty goes down under. I don't know what happens next. I know that Sentinels ends up winning, spoiler. But what happens now? We got to see what happens now. He dies. Never mind.
Frosty just single-handedly
Caster's curse.
about 30 seconds of ball time for Sentinels. That double kill is absolutely pivotal to their success, and what it also allowed was the camouflage to go into the favor of Sentinels. 15 seconds, they're trying to get the quick rotation. Oh, 3 go down. Make it 4.
All 4 down. They need to get time, and they need to get a good ass setup. Oh, they're spawning tower. Yep, good aggressiveness. Oh, gotta win that.
The missed shot from Lucid could be where he's wondering where this whole tournament went wrong. Unfortunately, Snakebite actually gets taken down. That was 3 dead for OPTiC Gaming. The majority of Sentinels' combat is here. They're able to provide help to each other. Trippy with a massive kill top tower is going to make this a very difficult situation for Royal 2. And with that, it looks like OPTiC Gaming down numbers were able to combat Sentinels back tower, get the ball back in their hands. But 20 seconds still separate these two here in round 2.
Well, when the going gets tough, how do you answer? OPTiC Gaming showing that they are resilient as ever.
So, like, right there, you don't have help. Peek back around the corner, man.
Position to play where you can't make mistakes, but somehow they still get the job done. APG closing the gap. Only 5 seconds really separating these two teams. And APG plays the ball early and is rewarded with a kill for it. 2 players ready for the ball reset. Lucid comes in. Snakebite finds it first. The trade out comes in, but the chase grenade will find the kill. Lethal getting away with the ball. 10 seconds and counting. Can OPTiC Gaming get there fast?
Oh, the fucking shit came up over top of it.
They only have 3 seconds to do it. They aren't able. Sentinels with a...
And I saw the clip after they won, and Sentinels is like, oh, you know, here come the cheating allegations and stuff of that nature. And I think, for me, just seeing how dominant they are on the offline, you know what I mean? Like, they're extremely dominant on online tournaments. So I'm hoping that when we see HCS and Raleigh, I'm hoping we get to see these two teams face off in a grand finals, and we can actually see a true test of skill, because it really does feel different on LAN, and it's going to be interesting to see on LAN how different this game is going to go. You know, I would love to see that exact game on LAN and just see how it goes. Of course, I don't want to see it at 4 a.m. I don't think that these players need to be playing that late into the day, but the last 2 tournaments have went over by a whole lot, and OPTiC is having to struggle because of that. So, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe if you hated the video and hate my opinions, then press the dislike button and tell me why in the comments. I appreciate you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.